Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are having a real and much needed conversation about love, relationships, and pressures that come with Valentine's Day. So whether you're single or in a relationship or just simply over the hype, then this episode is going to be for you. So I invite you to go ahead and subscribe for good vibes because I think you'll love it here. And if you are a returning subscriber, then you all already know the drill. Welcome back to another episode. So today we are going to be breaking down the unrealistic expectations of real love versus fake love and why society makes this day feel like a test of worthiness. Obviously today is Valentine's Day, so I felt like this was perfect to talk about, and it's a topic that's on trend for today. So grab something to drink, a little wine, coffee, tea, a little something to snack on, and let's go ahead and get into today's episode. Alright, so let's be honest. Valentine's Day comes around and suddenly it just feels like this huge competition. Who has the biggest flowers? Who had the most extravagant date? Who got spoiled the most? And then if you're single, it's almost like the world makes you feel like you're missing out, like you're not good enough. But here's the truth. Love is not about just one day, and it definitely isn't about showing off on Instagram. Now, I've seen people break their necks, like literally, okay? Breaking their necks trying to impress others on Valentine's Day, going above and beyond, only to go back to their relationship that's struggling the very next day. It's like social media is so fake, you guys, and we all know this, right? But we all still fall guilty to the hype. We do. Sometimes we just fall subject to believing what we're seeing, even though we know it's not the real deal. Okay. Now, we know that social media plays a huge role in making people feel like their love isn't enough, but real love isn't proven by how much money you spend or, what things you buy this person or how much you're hugged up in pictures and your matching outfits and all of that. It's proven by consistency and effort and in how you show up for one another every day. So if you are single, I want to remind you that your value is not, absolutely not tied to your relationship status. Being single on Valentine's Day, it doesn't mean that you're behind in life. It means that you have the opportunity to love yourself in a way that many people in relationships wish they could. Now let's address the elephant in the room, okay? Let's talk about something that needs to be said. Are our expectations for love becoming unrealistic? Social media, movies, these perfect couple posts, couple goals. It just can make a lot of people think that love is supposed to be grand gestures 24/7. But that's not realistic. Real love takes work, effort, time, ups, downs, rounds and rounds, okay? And not only is it always Instagram worthy. So, do women expect too much from men on Valentine's Day? That's a good question. I would say that a lot of women have this idea that a man should cater to their every needs and always surprise them and always chase them, always pay for everything. But relationships are about partnership, not just receiving. You have to give as well. Men also want to feel wanted, and they want to feel special, and they want to receive. They want to feel the love just outside of your affection. They want to, feel what you feel when they do those things for you. And then you can ask, do men expect too much from women? Some men want a woman who's independent but also dependent, who's traditional but also modern, who's everything at once. But relationships require balance and understanding, not just fulfilling a fantasy. Now we do need to have healthy expectations, and it's okay to have your standards, but the key is knowing the difference between standards and entitlement. A good relationship isn't about someone checking off every box. It's about two people growing, evolving, and learning how to love each other in a way that aligns with their values and their goals. Now, if you're single, I want you to really hear me on this one. There is nothing wrong with you just because you're single on Valentine's Day. And I'm going to say that again. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you just because you're single today, Valentine's Day. I see so many people rushing into relationships just to have someone on this one day or like on any holiday. But is it worth settling just to say that you have someone? Singleness is not a punishment, y'all. It's preparation. It's a time to build your foundation, know your worth, set your boundaries, and learn how to love yourself so that when the right person does come along, you're ready. A lot of times we think that love will solve all of our problems, but the truth is that if you're not happy single, then you're definitely not going to be happy in a relationship. So instead of feeling sad about not having a Valentine, you should ask yourself, how can I love myself today? So take yourself out, buy yourself flowers, spend time with yourself, and then remind yourself constantly of your worth. The love starts within you. You are a reflection of how you want others to treat you. So if you want someone to treat you, adore you, and love on you, you have to do those things for yourself. Now, I want to talk to those of you who are in relationships, such as myself. I want to challenge you. Don't make Valentine's Day the only day that you show love. Love isn't built on grand gestures. It's built on the small, everyday things. So, one, you can ask, do you even know your partner's love language? Because if you're out there buying your partner's gifts and doing all these things, spending all this money, but they really value your quality time, your effort might be missing the mark. Real love is in the intentionality. It's in the thoughtful text messages, the random acts of kindness, the deep conversations, and the way you make each other feel and seen and valued. So yeah, celebrate Valentine's Day if you want, but don't let it be the only day that you show up for your person. And if I have to be transparent, I would say that this is the one that I probably battle with the most because, we all have our ups and our downs, within our relationships. Even if you're not in a relationship, in your singleness, you have those days where you're just proud to be single, right? And you'll scream it loud. And then you have those days where you don't want to even be seen. You would rather no one even know that you're single. And you just want to stay in bed all day and mope around and feel sorry for yourself within your singleness. And then you have those days that when you're in a relationship, you wish you were single, So it's like we're never going to have everything every day. Some days are going to be better than others. And that's the beauty of it to me. I feel like whatever season in life you're in, whether you're in your singleness or you're in a relationship, there's always work to be done. So if I am in a mood, of course, I want to always pay attention and be intentional with my feelings, with the way I respond to things, and not let, situations get me out of character or not let a moment mess up my whole day. But what I'm saying is, if something is going on and you're feeling a way about something or whatever the case, right? Just because it's Valentine's Day doesn't mean that you just turn it off like a light switch and then turn it right back on tomorrow. It's like if you're going to turn it off today because it's Valentine's Day, keep it off tomorrow too and the day after that. And that's what I mean. Like, you want to still be real to who you are and be real to your person. I feel like there's so much societal pressure on relationships and singleness. There's pressures of get into a relationship, find your person, find your dream man, find your queen, find your king. And if you are not in a relationship, then it could feel like you're not good enough or you're just not gonna find that person because one, we all know that there's way more females than there are males in the world, right? And hey, whatever your preference is, there's some men like men, some women like women, that's fine, whatever. I'm just saying that within that, you can feel like there's not even enough people to have your person. There's not enough people on this earth for every person to have their person. And you might just feel, maybe I'm one of those. I feel like we put too much thought on the season and not enough effort into what it is that we're doing. So like, if you have work that you can do on yourself, work on you during your singleness. Don't worry about finding your person. Don't worry about, what you need to do or what you're missing out on. Worry about fixing whatever brokenness you have, building yourself to be wholesome, so that when you do find your person, you're ready for them. Because the absolute worst thing that can happen is your person comes to you in a season in life where you're not ready to receive them. That's the worst, and so I think we don't need to worry about what he's doing, what she's doing, what they're doing, and oh, they look so perfect and they look so happy, and it's that they have a family and their white picket fence with their dog. It's like, listen, that was their blessing at their time. Your blessing will come at your time. And if you are a person who can be very easily consumed by what you see on social media, I would highly suggest that on Valentine's Day and maybe a few days or weeks after, take a break. Take a break from social media, log off, unfollow. Like, that is a real culture and there's nothing wrong with it. Unfollow things that don't make you feel good until you do the work where you're able to see and celebrate and be happy for other people's happiness genuinely. And if you're in a relationship, the same is for you. We all can work on ourselves. I'm in a relationship, right? But there's work to do. There's definitely work to be done individually and as a couple. We're not perfect. We argue. We have our disagreements about things. And sometimes we go to bed mad. It is what it is, right? And I'm never going to be the one to get online or make anyone believe that we're perfect. I'll be the first one to say we have work to do, right? And as long as you both acknowledge that there's work to do and are working towards that, there's nothing wrong with celebrating your love with each other and for one another. So yeah, your relationship might not be perfect, but if you just want to put your things aside and enjoy a moment with each other, you never know, that could bring you closer together. It can bring you closer to you all's happiness. So I hope that this resonated with you guys. I hope that today brings you love, not just looking from anyone else's standpoint or looking for love from anyone else. Love on you. Love on you. Run you a hot bath, cook you a nice dinner, or order takeout, or take yourself out to eat, take yourself to a movie. Just go treat yourself. You don't have to wait on anyone else to do it for you. You are worthy of it and you deserve it. So at the end of the day, love is not just about romance. It's about connection, respect, and effort. So don't let society, social media, or other people's expectations dictate your worth of your relationship. So if you're single, embrace this season. Learn yourself, grow, and trust that love will come in due time. And if you're in a relationship, be intentional and don't let one day define your love. But most importantly, remember that love starts with you. How you love yourself, how you love God, and how you show up for others. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today. If this resonated with you at all, drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts, whether you're single, dating, or married. Let's talk about it. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share this with someone who needs to hear it. I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next.